So throughout all this rage you've been talking about, you still have a great love for your audience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the rage that I project in Grendel when I do. I mean, these days I also like to just create a big party and I have have a good time. The new stuff is more it celebrates more other subjects, some personal issues. So it's more playing with fiction, with it's playing with almost post-apocalyptic scenarios, but without falling into cliches. So without falling into hell, blood, gore, that kind of bullshit. Basically, we're trying to keep it real. But
we also try to keep the bullshit at minimum. It's not even always easy, but I mean, we try.
Absolutely.
So how are you planning on moving on from this? I mean, you've been moving upwards in the scene, and
yeah, well, it's tough in this scene. That's something we've noticed in recent years. That it's the scene is very much dominated by a small select group, and it's hard to break through, especially with technology going so fast and becoming readily available. You've always got to keep upping the ante on everything. You got to work really, really hard just to maintain, and it takes more work than a lot of people think it does. And that's basically what we're going to continue doing. We're going to continue working hard at this. Improving our own skills, and also seeing what works, what doesn't work, experimenting with that, and just trying to bring some of the best music in the scene to the people.
Yeah, I think that's sounds like a perfect plan anyway. But I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, with the development and things, with technology, the download from internet, everything, the discussion that's been up, how you feel about it?
You mean about the file sharing, the peer-to-peer sharing, the
yeah?
MP3s?
Do you feel like you're gaining from it, or you're actually losing from it?
I mean, it's something I personally don't really worry about. It's because there's nothing you can do about it. It's out of control, and you have to look for alternatives and ways to utilize that to promote your own music. Some people focus on album sales, and these days album sales just become irrelevant with this technology being so available.
It's pretty much the same as when we had the transaction between vinyls and CD. I mean, I'm old enough to remember that. And with the kind of society we live in, you just cannot stop this kind of multimedia evolution. So you just have to go along with it and find new ways of getting the music out there and being able to actually survive and make a living out of it, because this is our profession, our job.
It's definitely getting a lot tougher to try and do something in the music industry with the file sharing, but if you work hard at it and you really push it, you can still make that. You can still have that critical mass. You can still have that success, and if just as long as you work at it.
Yeah, and when it comes to people saying, well, this is destroying the music scene. I think you really, as you both said, you have to utilize it and also look at other ways of financing it, say through merch, whatever. And there are always ways of getting around it.
I mean, the internet is also a way of gaining a wider public.
Absolutely, yeah, and even through things like MySpace, where people can listen to your tracks. I think things like that do help when it comes to album sales as well, because you can promote your album, get it out there. You can give people the chance to hear the album or to hear certain tracks. Without them having to actually go and download it, which cuts down the temptation to actually steal music, because that's in principle what it still is.
It has to be said, though, that it's also a double-edged sword, as in the more you have ways of putting your music out there, the more in a way you lower the quality of music. Because as he said, I mean, technology becoming more readily available means that anyone can access to it, and any kid would just think that he can have a band, just can do something that maybe is not top quality and just put it out there, and that kind of clutter the overall quality. It just means that it will become more difficult to to choose who's very good and who's not. But then I think in the end, I mean, who will still be there will be the winner. So maybe it would be like the best. That's it.
Yeah, it's almost like musical Darwinism or something. It's yeah,
Survival of the harshest.
yeah, something like that. I have to make a note of that one. Let's maybe make a T-shirt out of it.
Exactly. Next Grendel T-shirt, Survival of the Arches. Don't remember this, kids, because it's
Royalties.
This is history in the making.
So music is pretty much your life. Do you have any free time to do anything?
Well, I have very little free time, to be honest, because I'm not only working on Grendel, I'm also working on other projects, doing production work these days for other bands, and you try to find your free time, but it's in the end it takes over, because you can't. If you want any success in this world, you have to go all the way. You can't just keep the day job and just do weekends. You really have to work hard at it.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, it's exactly like you. I have another project called XP8, and basically I bounce between Grendel and XP8. And actually, I spent most of this year on as a keyboard player for BMV Nation. So it's my as I said, it's our 24/7 job basically. That's why we made that song called Dirty. I'm not implying anything, of course, but maybe yes, I don't know.
Yeah, those are the other jobs I think you're referring to.
But we don't talk about that here.
No.
Yeah, well, we do see Marco sometimes in the red light of room, but we won't talk about that on camera.
Oh, okay. So you're spilling the beans.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mexican, we always spill beans.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to add to your fans out there? There's a lot of them,
Oh yeah. What to say to them? Thank you for all these years of support, and it's been an awesome trip, and we're going to try to keep bringing you the keeping it harsh, and that's what you guys have to do too. Stay fucking harsh.
Stay fucking harsh.
Buy our CDs, buy our T-shirts, come to our shows, and give me drugs.
It's beautiful.